So welcome,
What's
Zak.
up? Thank you, Chance. Nice to meet you.
To Shanghai and to Lilith as well. So what's up, guys?
What up?
I'm Chance. So
I'm Zak Wylder, and this is Chance.
Some of you may have already seen me in our official Farlight official channel, and today I'm super excited to take a very cool tour with Zak. We don't get to see each other face to face.
Exactly. Perfect. What do we got for our itinerary first?
So first we're going to give like a very quick tour of the second floor where our publishing team is located.
Nice.
Where I and maybe
Lazy Cats,
Grange work. So
wow. Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Take me away.
Let's surprise them.
Let's go. Let's go. Hello guys, nice to meet you, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to meet with you and ask you some questions. As I understand, you guys are the developers of Farlight 84.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. I've been playing Farlight for the past 4 years, so it's a privilege for me to be here and interview you.
It's really nice to meet you, Zak.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Harris, a designer of Farlight 84.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm Frank, also designer of Farlight 84.
That's amazing. Wow, it's nice to finally meet you guys in person. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about the new update. So as I understand and what I've experienced so far, this update could be one of your biggest updates to date, including putting in the FPP mode, which was requested by the masses. How was that experience, and how did you do it so quickly? Because I think the first announcement or even hint was just like a year ago.
The biggest reason was definitely the player demand. We saw constant requests across our community channels and under every official video asking for the FPP. Since our tech was ready to support it, we decided to make it happen. In terms of the gameplay experience, we also believe that the first-person perspective adds a much deeper sense of immersion. We put a lot of effort into carefully refining the hand and weapon models, increasing the level of detail so players can clearly see the details of the hands in the actions, down to the details like finger movements when using healing items. All of that was aimed at making the experience feel more real.
That is interesting. It really came out in a very quick manner. How did you pull that off, and were there any major challenges or obstacles in your way?
From the player's perspective, it probably felt sudden when we announced that we would start working on first person. But actually it has already been several months since the process started, and development actually started at the beginning of the year. It was our top priority, so we dedicated a lot of resources and manpower to it throughout the development process. We're pretty happy with how it turned out and the current results we've achieved. That said, it definitely wasn't easy. Switching from third person to first person isn't just a camera change. It required rebuilding a lot of the game's core systems, almost like remaking the entire game. First, in terms of the art assets, we couldn't reuse most of the third person assets, so we redid a huge number of models and animations, everything from character movements to skill effects and weapon models. In addition, we also had to rework our 3C pipeline in terms of process. You probably know this as a shooter player, in first person perspective, it's much harder for players to judge the effective range of their skills. That's why we also spent quite a bit of time addressing issues like information prompts and the visibility of skills. In some cases, we even chose to present the skill in third person temporarily just to give players better clarity. For example, Quidor's ultimate move.
Wow, that's amazing. The new map, Nexara, feels completely different from your previous ones. What inspired its design, and what kind of experience were you aiming to create, and how did you bring it to life? Because it's a very detailed map.
Compared to Sunder Realms, which leans more towards a wild open environment with some industrial zones. We wanted to give players a totally fresh experience. That's when the idea of a city-themed map came up, one built around extreme verticality. Nexara has a vertical drop of up to 260 meters. And players can zipline, wall climb, and leap across skyscrapers. It's all about fast vertical movement. We also put a lot of thought into balancing. When designing the map, we deliberately avoided letting any one area offer all three: high loot, fast looting speed, and easy rotation. You'll probably notice buildings in Nexara are more complex than in Sunder Realms. That's intentional. The vertical layers help slow down looting and make planning more strategic. Lastly, we wanted fights in Nexara to feel more self-contained, so we used a dispersed layout where each zone is relatively isolated. That allows multiple skirmishes to happen at the same time without constant third-party interference. It's our way of reducing the third-party problem and keeping battles more focused.
Now let's talk a little bit about Cipher. She is completely reworked, a complete new design with a new colorway as well. What went into that decision to, rework and redesign Cipher?
The old version of Cipher had recon, mobility and control abilities, but her role was a bit unclear. It didn't quite fit into our updated hero strategy framework. In the rework, we defined her clearly as a guerrilla-style hero and built her skills around her genius hacker backstory. Her visuals also got a major upgrade to match our latest art standards. For starters, we revamped her E-skill to include a recall mechanic. This gives her more tactical mobility, great for hit-and-run plays. But it comes with trade-offs. Once she teleports out, she can't stick around to shoot, and vice versa. It's all about making smart decisions based on the situation. As for recon, we moved away from simple through-the-wall detection. Instead, her Q skill includes a passive that detects changes in nearby shield energy. Think of it as her exploiting vulnerabilities in tech around her. Very on brand for a hacker. She can use this to quickly gather intel or actively hack enemies, gaining crucial battlefield awareness for her next move. She can also actively probe and hack into opponents. Her ultimate still delivers that classic EMP effect, but now it's in 2 stages, with a warning signal. This gives opponents a better chance to counter or respond, adding more depth to the fight. We believe her rework will bring fresh and exciting dynamics to the battlefield.
Oh wow, I really like Quidor's design. His ultimate is super cool. Chance told me that his concept was inspired by a Chinese mythological figure. Is that true? Could you tell me a little bit more about him, please?
Yes, that's true. Quidor was inspired by Nezha, a famous figure from Chinese mythology. According to legend, Nezha's mother gave birth to a ball of flesh after being pregnant for 3.5 years, and Nezha leapt out from it. At the age of 7, he caused havoc in the East Sea and killed the Dragon King's son. When the Dragon King complained to the heavens, Nezha chose to sacrifice himself to protect his family. He later came back to life. His body was rebuilt from a lotus root by a deity. After that, Nezha gained the ability to transform into a 3-headed, 6-armed form, which is what inspired Quidor's ultimate. If you look closely, you'll also notice lotus elements in Quidor's design. The lotus symbolizes rebirth, directly tying back to Nezha's resurrection story. Also, fun fact, our new buddy Nimbus was inspired by Journey to the West, another iconic piece of Chinese literature. The main character, Sun Wukong, had many powerful abilities. One of them was riding the cloud, which let him travel thousands of miles in an instant. We felt the game needed a buddy that could quickly reposition players, so the idea fit perfectly. While our hero designs generally lean toward a trendy, near-future vibe, we're a team from China, and we love weaving in Chinese cultural elements when we can. We hope players around the world will enjoy them too.
Oh wow, that's perfect. Could you share with me any future plans? Like, will there be more new maps after Nexara? Who's the next hero that is getting reworked or revamped? And what kind of new hero could we expect in the global scene?
Sure, first about maps. Skyland, which we teased earlier, will go live later this year. It's a special zone that'll appear in the skies above both Nexara and Sunder Realms. We're also working on a brand new large map, inspired by Jushaigu, a famous scenic area in Sichuan, China. If I had to sum it up in one word, it's gorgeous. As for the next hero, we're not ready to reveal details just yet, but I can share a bit about how we approach hero design. We're always observing the current hero ecosystem. Our goal is to identify missing roles or gaps within existing roles and use those to guide both new hero development and rework plans. Take Ling Bo, for example. At the time, we felt that if a player lost a match, they'd often think, if only I could move through the battlefield more freely and avoid those frustrating, drawn-out deaths. That sparked the idea of a hero who could transform into something highly mobile, but with some risk, to keep things fair and balanced for gameplay. From there, the concept of a limited range field evolved naturally and eventually became Hero Ling Bo.
Yeah, Ling Bo has one of the most beautiful design I've seen, and her skills are really good. Now let's go to another topic, cheating. Cheating is getting out of hands in many games, and I know Farlight 84 has been fighting against cheating for a very, very long time. Do you have any new methods to combat cheaters in the upcoming update?
Yes, we're rolling out a full lifecycle protection system in this update. It combines prevention, detection, enforcement, and traceability, all supported by real-time AI monitoring to actively identify and combat cheating behaviors. Our goal is clear: detect cheats within 3 matches and ban them within an hour. Zero tolerance. If it's cheating, it's an instant ban. Let me give you a few examples of what we've added, such as we have the abnormal environment detection. We can now identify rooted devices or virtual machines and block them from matchmaking. Additionally, for suspicious behavior detection, we will implement real-time tracking of aimbots, wall hacks, and macros. As for the instant punishment, if we detect cheating mid-match, the player gets kicked immediately with a red screen, and their behavior is broadcast through a system-wide alert. The DMA device detection will monitor certain basic connected devices during gameplay and can detect disguised or hidden DMA-based cheat hardware. We will provide multiple reporting channels. Players can report cheaters during kill cams or in post-match reviews, and we've also added reporting options via our customer support with buttons or links available across various in-game interfaces. Additionally, the official customer service will also offer a channel for reporting. At the same time, we will also implement some compensation system, i.e. if you're eliminated by a confirmed cheater, you'll be compensated with ranked points and hero points.
Wow, that's amazing. The new version looks really good. I honestly can't wait to play it. I've been with Farlight 84 for a very long time, and there are still a few questions that both myself and the overseas players, the global players, that are keen and curious about. Can we talk about them?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So my first question would be 4 or 5 years ago, when you launched Farlight 84, first public beta, back when the guns had the special, didn't have the special abilities. The guns had the special abilities, but the heroes didn't. Did you ever imagine one day that Farlight 84 would reach this stage with the amazing map designs and the diverse heroes?
Throughout development, our team is always coming up with new ideas and designs. With every iteration, our goal is to bring more fun and depth to the game, offering players fresh experiences and a wider variety of gameplay. And our goal has always been to work toward making Farlight 84 better for our players, and we'll keep pushing forward in that direction.
Yeah, Farlight 84 has come a very long way. How do you balance your long-term vision and roadmap with the players that actually want to see in the game? Has that ever been a challenge or difficult?
A good example would be the FPP mode. When players first started asking for it, we were already under a lot of production pressure. At the time, we were working on multiple hero reworks, building the buddy system, doing a full asset overhaul, and trying to improve TPP visuals, all of which demanded time from the same teams, engineering, animation, and VFX. Adding FPP on top meant we'd need to remake every hero and skin in first-person view, create all new FPP animations, rework ability VFX, and redo reload and shooting animations for every weapon. Our team holds itself to a very high standard, so when we commit to a new feature, we don't just want it done, we want it polished. That's why we chose to first focus on finishing the hero reworks, the buddy system, and improving overall game quality. That said, we didn't abandon FPP. In fact, we started early demo research in parallel and began conducting preliminary research to prepare for the significant resource investment required later on, so as to avoid wasting resources halfway through the process. We also quietly worked on key features crucial for FPP, like remaking weapon models and overhauling the ADS system. All that prep work is what allowed us to deliver FPP so quickly and at a high level of quality when the time finally came.
Oh, okay. Wow, that must have taken a while. Now that the game is truly global, will there be any difference between the Chinese version of the game and the global version of the game?
No difference, both versions will stay consistent. We want all players, whether in China or overseas, to get access to new content at the same time. And don't worry, we're always listening to feedback from our global community, and we will make sure to bring the content everyone cares about into the game as quickly as possible.
That's amazing to hear. Thinking back to 2020, 2021 test phases, how has the team grown and what have you learned since those early days? Has the dev staff expanded since then?
Yes, our team has expanded a lot. As more and more players fell in love with Farlight 84, we also wanted to deliver richer content and better experiences, which naturally required a bigger team. Things like deeper gameplay mechanics, higher visual fidelity, more diverse modes, and more refined 3C design. These are all things players expect, and they all take long-term investment, effort, and a lot of polishing.
Now let's talk about one of the most controversial questions. Removing the jetpacks was a bold move that sparked some public outroar. Did you face internal resistance as well? And how tough was the actual decision to remove the jetpacks from the game?
Honestly, yes. It was a very tough decision. But in the end, we chose to remove it, because having everyone equipped with a jetpack made the core combat feel unbalanced. If everyone had highly agile movement, the tactical depth of both firearms and abilities would be limited. Since no matter what ability you use, players can just fly away. We also recognize that players have different playstyles. Some love fast movement, others prefer strategic positioning, and some enjoy playing mage-type heroes who rely on timing and skill combos. But if mages also had strong mobility, their unique role would become blurred. So instead, we focus on giving each hero strengths that match their core identity, creating a more diverse and meaningful experience for different types of players. That said, we know many players really love the jetpack, so we'll do our best to accommodate everyone. We're bringing it back as part of a side mode, Jetpack Royale, which will be available after this update. We hope everyone has fun with it.
Oh, that is good news. Everyone's going to be happy to hear that. Now let's move on to the next question on the marketing side. Can we expect a stronger push in Global to attract maybe new players and people who are looking for a brand new game?
Yes, we will. We're actively preparing for the global relaunch right now. You've probably noticed we've been releasing a steady stream of high-quality videos on our official channels. And both Gringe and Chance have been engaging with players in the community. We're not just aiming to attract new players, we also hope that returning players will be drawn back by the scale and depth of this update.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I had the privilege of talking to Chance and Grange about that. The buddy system is very unique in the Battle Royale genre. Can you tell us maybe a little bit of a story behind the idea of buddies coming into Farlight 84?
No, to be honest, we were pretty unsure about buddies at first. But once the update went live, we saw players picking it up quickly and pulling off incredible plays we hadn't even imagined. And that moment was incredibly exciting for the whole team. As for why we created buddies, there were two key reasons behind the decision. First, shooter players tend to enjoy a certain degree of randomness, and buddies significantly boost long-term replayability. At its core, a buddy is a one-time use, collectible skill. Its randomness adds suspense to each match and opens up all kinds of unexpected combos when paired with hero abilities. It brings both tactical depth and entertainment value. Second, we had some abilities that weren't suitable for heroes, but we didn't want to throw them away entirely. Some were simply too powerful, like one ability that let a hero redeploy mid-match. Every team felt forced to pick that hero just to stay competitive. Others had inconsistent value, like Snatchpaw, which might only pull something useful in a couple of games out of 100. We found these kinds of skills were better suited for random, one-off use rather than being locked into a hero's kit. Looking ahead, we're planning to launch community events focused on buddy design. We see buddies as a key pillar of player co-creation in the future of the game.
Yeah, buddies definitely added a different dynamic to the game, and I'm all for it. I love it. Now let's talk a little bit about mobile optimization. Mobile optimization is notoriously challenging, yet Farlight 84 has come a very long way. How do you ensure top-tier performance on Android phones and iOS as well? And are there any plans for a maybe console release in the future?
Well, mobile players have always been a key part of the FL84 community. To ensure a great experience, we've done dedicated optimizations and adaptations for mobile. This includes using different assets for the same character across platforms, which essentially doubles our resource load, separate rendering pipelines, and distinct performance solutions. As for console, we do have plans and we'll share updates with everyone in due course.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, because we have a lot of console fan base and they're waiting for that, so that's good to hear. Now let's talk about something different. Over the years, we have seen many characters come and go, some remaining, and I just wanted to ask you, what goes into the decision of replacing a hero or improving and maybe remove a character from the game completely?
We understand players care deeply about certain heroes like MKR, Sienna, and Yong, and we already have clear upgrade plans for them. They're currently in the pipeline. That said, creating and refining a hero takes time. As we just mentioned, we have a clear plan for the positioning and design of heroes, and we want every hero to bring something unique and fun to the experience, so we ask for a bit more patience. Many of our classic heroes will be making a return soon and better than ever. Rest assured, we're not leaving any hero behind, so please rest assured about this.
Oh, that's a relief. That's really good to hear, because we have a lot of MKR and Sienna fans especially. Before coming to China, I posted a teaser video. I don't know if you had the chance to watch it. In the comment section, many global players left questions they cared about the most. Let's take a quick look into this. All right. Okay. So first question: will finishers and melee weapons ever be added to the game? Please, we really need them. That is one of the most requested question.
Yes, we've received this suggestion and we will consider adding these two features into the game.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Another question. We see a lot of other games collaborating with different brands, franchises, like for example, some anime games or maybe, you know, Marvel or DC. Is Farlight 84 planning to collaborate with major franchises in the future?
Yes, we do. We've noticed that players really enjoy crossover content and there is a lot of community created work. We also plan to do more IP crossover collaborations in the future.
Okay, that's awesome. Another question, are you planning to remove any global characters like Sunil, MKR, Sienna, Captain, or even Young?
It's in the plans. Please stay tuned. All classic heroes will continue to be updated and optimized over time.
Okay, that's awesome. Another question, why can't mobile players join PC lobbies anymore? We kind of missed that feature.
It's mainly a matter of fairness. Since PC and mobile have very different control schemes, separating the matchmaking ensures a more balanced experience for players on both platforms.
Okay. Will there be global esports events and marketing for the game in the future?
The Global Relaunch is one of our biggest marketing pushes. We hope both new and veteran players will come experience the latest version. As for esports events, nothing has been finalized yet, but we'll definitely share any news as soon as we have it.
Okay. Will you focus more on China or the global audience? How are you balancing the two so that one doesn't feel left out?
Actually, both markets are equally important to us. Starting from version 2.7, updates will roll out for both the global and China versions, so players everywhere can enjoy new content at the same time. We're also investing more in marketing and community growth in overseas regions. Our goal is to run the game for the long term, and we'll continue to listen closely to our global players.
Okay, I got a final question. As a content creator, I'd love to know, will there be any upcoming creator programs or incentives?
Absolutely. During the Global Relaunch, we'll be launching a month-long UGC Creation Challenge. The event will have two categories, long-form and short-form videos, with a total of 30 creators receiving generous cash prizes. We've heard the feedback from overseas creators regarding the incentive programs available in the China server, and we believe our global creators deserve the same level of support. One highlight, we promote a create more, earn more philosophy. Creators who publish 10 or more high-quality videos will be eligible for bonus rewards, stackable on top of other prizes. So don't miss out. We can't wait to see your amazing creations.
That's a wrap. Okay, nice. Yay.